Many people ask me when Father Matt will come. So I look at their face very sad. So I know I'm no longer boss now. So anyway, I'd like to welcome all of you to this celebration today. Our reading for the third Sunday are full of hope for us. People usually live their lives full of expectation. They want to hear stories that give promise of good news. So when Nehemiah in our first reading opened the scroll of the law of God before all the people, they were full of expectation that they would hear good news and that good things would happen to them. And when the reading was finished, Nehemiah proclaimed to the people, "Today is holy to the Lord your God. Do not be sad and do not weep, for rejoicing in the Lord must be your strength." My dear sisters and brothers, it is very good for us to be joyful. It is very healthy to mind, body, and spirit to laugh, to see the funny side of life, to rejoice always in the Lord, for we are always loved and cherished by the Lord our God. If you remember in the Gospels, the scribes and Pharisees were very annoyed that Jesus and his companions were having too much fun. A long and sour face is not a sign of someone who enjoys the company of the Lord. You and me must spread that joy to all around us. For Paul tells us, "Now you are Christ's body and individually parts of it." What greater cause for happiness and rejoicing than the belief that we are all one with Christ? Luke tells us in his gospel today that all of us may learn what the coming of Jesus Christ into our lives means for each one of us. Jesus has his home in Nazareth and go to the synagogue. Jesus wants to personally tell his own family, friends, and neighbors what his mission is, why he is here. He begins by opening the scroll of the prophet Isaiah and reads, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor. He sent me to proclaim liberty to captives and recovery of sight of the blind, to let the oppressed go free." My dear sisters and brothers, is that not new to rejoice? Through our baptism, we are called to proclaim the good news to the world. We will follow Jesus faithfully, and we will find another brother or sister, and by the goodness and simplicity of our lives, we will bring them to Jesus. That is your vocation. That is my vocation. That is the vocation of every one of us. Thanks be to God. Amen.